boys and girls, I'm Dr. Heather Adiska from Adiska Family Dental in Manchester, and we're just going to do a quick program for you today. I wanted to talk to you about a few things. I do have a presentation on the computer, but it's kind of hard to see. So Heather, our hygienist, is videoing, so she might be moving in and out a little bit for you guys so you can see some. But let's talk about some of our body parts that are very important to us. Oftentimes we get the hands, the feet, the mouth, the head answers. But what about teeth? Are teeth really important? Of course they are. Things like our hands help us hold things. Things like our feet help us run and play sports. But our teeth, they help us do things like eating, talking, singing, smiling. Can you eat without your teeth? Not very good. Maybe like mashed potatoes and ice cream. But what about corn on the cob? Would you be able to eat corn on the cob without your teeth? Not very good. What about steak? Would you be able to eat steak without your teeth? Or an apple? Probably not real good. What about talking and singing? Can you talk and sing without your teeth? There are some words that you actually can't say properly without your teeth. Try to say this with me. We're going to say 3 third graders without teeth. So try and say that with me. 3 third graders without teeth. Now I want you guys to say it again, but I want you to say it without your teeth touching your lips or your tongue. So we're going to say it again. 3 third graders without teeth. So there's some words that we can't say the right way if we don't have our teeth. What about smiling? Can you smile without your teeth? Maybe the half smiles, but not the big pretty smiles, right? So it's really important for eating and talking and singing and smiling that we keep our teeth really healthy. So we're going to talk about a few of these things. One of the 4 things that we can do: brushing, flossing, eating healthy snacks, and visiting your dentist. So we'll talk about everything here. When you're brushing your teeth, we want to make sure that we're brushing at least 2 times a day for 2 minutes. So you might have those little sand timers. You want to flip that over when you start brushing your teeth for the full 2 minutes. And the reason why we put toothpaste on it is because oftentimes our toothpaste has a vitamin there called fluoride, and that is going to keep our teeth really strong and healthy. So when we're brushing, we want to make sure that we're brushing our top teeth and our bottom teeth. We want to brush inside by our tongue, the roof of the mouth side. We want to do tiny little circles. So when we're brushing, we want to brush tiny little circles like that. Not too hard, not too soft. You can see I took this home and my son used it to brush Play-Doh off the teeth. So nice little circles, almost like you're tickling along the gum tissue, and you want to open really big because you want to make sure you're getting those big chewing teeth in the back, because you can see they have these cracks and these grooves in them. It's really easy to get stuff stuck in there, so you want to make sure you're brushing in the back as well. Not just your smiling teeth up front. Those are pretty to smile with, but you gotta open huge and big and brush the teeth in the back. You want to also make sure that you're brushing your tongue, because there's a lot of sugar bug germs that are on your tongue as well. They make you have stinky breath, so you want to make sure you're brushing all of that off. Nothing to eat or drink after you brush your teeth that night, not even water. You'll rinse that fluoride right off your teeth. So the last thing you want to do is brush your teeth, hop into bed. Here's a good picture. So you want to change your toothbrush every 3 months. So if your toothbrush looks fuzzy, like a weird little head like that, you want to make sure that you're getting a new one. You want your toothbrush to look more like this one than this one over here. So every 3 months you want a new toothbrush. Unless you get a really bad cold, then at that point you want to toss your toothbrush after your cold is done and get a new toothbrush. So when we're flossing our teeth, the reason that we're flossing is, you can see by my toothbrush here, that when I'm brushing my teeth, I can't get in between the teeth, right? My toothbrush is too big. So that's why we have to take our floss and we have to wiggle and jiggle it down in between the teeth to get all of the sugar bug cavities in between there. Any of the food that's left over, you want to make sure that you're getting. You kind of pull it one way or another and scrub the sides of the teeth with your floss. So it's not just a quick up and down. You want to go in, pull, kind of scrub side to side, and then pull it the other way, scrub side to side. And it's important that we floss everywhere, even behind that last tooth, to get any of those sugar bugs out of there. Sometimes when we're younger, we might want to use a little floss stick, kind of like this here. A little bit easier for our little hands to work. And also it's really important that we have a grown-up helping us. Let's talk about food and drink real quick. Some drinks that might not have much sugar in them. What would those be? They would be our water. One of the best things we can do. Our whole body needs water. Milk has some natural sugars in there. That's going to be a good choice as well. And then we want to talk about some snacks that don't have a lot of sugar. Our fruits, our vegetables, our low-fat cheeses. There's the list there. So we got them all. Low-fat cheese, low-fat yogurt, fruits, vegetables, water, white milk. Now, if we talk about some drinks that have a lot of sugar in them, you guys know which those ones are. There are pops, there are energy drinks, there are sweetened juices. Our snacks are going to be our candies, certain cereals. You want to be really careful with some of those. Now, people think juice, well, that's good for me, right? It's made out of juice. Well, the problem is, unless you're squeezing the juice at home and then drinking it, when we get the juice from the store, oftentimes they'll add a whole bunch of sugar to it to make it taste better. So that's when it doesn't get so good for us. As far as gum, is gum good or bad? It depends. If it doesn't have the sugar in there, gum can actually be really good. If you don't have access to your toothbrush and you need to brush your teeth, but say you're driving down the car and you just ate a meal, if you put a piece of sugar-free gum in there and chew it around, it actually helps pull some of that stuff off your teeth. But again, it's got to be that sugar-free kind. What about fruit snacks? What do we think about fruit snacks? Good or bad? They sound like they should be good for us, right? They are made out of fruit. Wrong. The truth of the matter is fruit snacks have a itsy bitsy teeny tiny little bit of fruit but a whole lot of sugar, and it's that sticky chewy stuff, so it gets stuck in those big grooves and cracks in your bottom teeth that we talked about and your top teeth. So we want to make sure that we're not having the fruit snacks very often. Once in a while for a special treat, but we want to stay away from those as much as possible. Here's a good little table. One of those small packages of fruit snacks, look how much sugar is in there. Now, if your mom or dad, do you think they would actually let you take 1, 2.5 teaspoons of sugar and just dump it in your mouth? Probably not. And that's exactly what's in those fruit snacks. So you gotta be really, really careful. And then the last thing here as far as the drinks go, we talked about water. Water's the best. No sugar in the water. And we talked about, we know that pop, not so good for us. Look how much sugar is in this bottle of pop. This is added sugar to it, so you want to be really careful. Birthday parties, special treats, you definitely don't want to be having this every day. Here's some that you probably might know. Gatorade. Look how much sugar is in the Gatorade. Now this is a sports drink, so you want to be careful with these. We'll move on to some of them that you might not know. Chocolate milk. Look how much sugar is in the chocolate milk. So when we're talking about milk to drink, you want the white milk. Chocolate milk has a lot of added sugar. And then we go on. Now this might not look like a lot of sugar in this for the apple juice, but that's a teeny tiny little bit of apple juice that has that much sugar. Orange juice that you buy at the store that's not freshly squeezed. Added sugars. Got to be really careful. And then this one. You all have seen this at the gas stations probably. Fruit shoot, made out of fruit, right? Really good for us, right? Not so much. Look at how much sugar. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about brushing your teeth, flossing your teeth, keeping your mouth nice and healthy, and choosing snacks that are going to be healthy not only for your mouth but your whole body. Thanks for joining us.